Are you a teacher like me who is worried about how to evaluate your students' written work in an era of AI? Have you been thinking about using AI detectors? Well, let me tell you, that's not the way to go. Today we're going to deep dive into why AI detectors aren't worth it, why they don't work, and what to do instead. So come with me.
With a plethora of court cases making international news, you have to consider, is it worth it? When Turnitin, academia's go-to in terms of plagiarism detectors and AI detectors, states that it is 98% accurate, you have to consider that 2%, in the case of my 250 students, is 5 students. Am I really willing to take a bet on which of those 5 students has or has not plagiarized, if we're even considering AI use as plagiarism?
And am I willing to risk court cases with the litigious parents, or worse still, add to the great anxiety and the increasing AI anxiety that students are facing when my job is supposed to be about helping them to learn to love learning?
And just to show you that they don't work, let's take a look at my 2018 geography book, a book that I use regularly in class. I decided to put it to the test by scanning some of the text from the book and putting it through one of the go-to AI detectors that many teachers who don't have access to Turnitin might use, GTP0 or AI Detectable or whatever. As you can see, here I am scanning sections of the text and putting it in through the AI detector, which believes 21.94% has been generated by AI. 21.9% of content written in 2018, so before generative AI was available to the public. As false positives go, that's not the worst potential outcome. Nobody's going to get failed because the book didn't pass the AI detector. Well, what about my students? Luckily, I have a really good relationship with my students, so I'm able to ask them directly, did you use AI? In this case, my student admitted that yes, she had used AI, and extensively so. Despite this, not one, but 3 different AI detectors have said that her work was 100 or close enough to 100% human written. So these false negatives are just as damaging as the false positives. Are you willing to bet your students' future on the unreliable, probability-based technology? So if we can't trust the AI detectors, what can we do? Well, as we at Skilling Future regularly say, project-based learning is definitely one way to go. We should be focusing on developing 21st century skills, competencies that will allow students to develop their critical thinking and focus on real-world problem-solving skills. Using tools like the PPAI Creativity Score in order to help students develop their co-creation skills, where they collaborate with AI on start-to-finish projects, where their use of AI isn't scrutinized but encouraged.
Combined with tools like my own student author voice rubric, we can encourage students and guide them in a constructive use of AI, in which they do not offload their learning to the machine, but rather use it to develop their own critical thinking skills and their linguistic and communication skills. It is increasingly important for us teachers to develop a safe space around the student use of AI, encourage dialogue, and allow our students to grow and learn.
To embrace the new AI-enhanced world that our students are living in. Reach out to me on LinkedIn and let's make the future of learning now.